Hello, this is a quick update video and a tutorial for the last update and for adding sound to skeletal meshes in a new way. There's a new way. The old video is outdated now and the new one is much quicker. So what we need is like a mannequin first. I'm gonna show this tutorial part first. So here it is, and we want the physics collision sound blueprint. That's what you'll always need as a base. And then we have hit, body hit. Let's add like 2 more. Body hit 2, body hit 3. I think that's enough. And sliding sound. Body slide. Slide body, yeah. Okay, and this is how it sounds now. Oh, it's not activated yet. So what we need to do first is like activate simulate physics and tick generation. Simulation generates hit events. That's what you have to tick. Before you had to enable tick events for hit events for every collision. For every collider, and that's gone. You don't have to do that anymore. That's all automatic now. So yeah, as you can hear, it works. So the new thing now, that's it. That's the whole thing for adding sounds to it, but there's a new thing now, and that's the, I'm gonna show you in the content browser. Under blueprints, the BP custom bone sound. And we can add this to the skeletal mesh too. And what this does is you can add a bone name in here and a custom sound that you want the bone to play when the bone is hit. So let's go to our mannequin folder and open up the skeleton. Here it is. And all we have to do now is, like, for example, if we want step sounds on the feet, for example, if you want to have physical animation or something like that, so that the feet that step on the floor do like a sound thing. So where are the feet? Here's foot R and foot L. Let's remember that. And yeah, we're just gonna type in foot R and add a step sound and just duplicate the custom bone sound. Change this to L, and they both have now the sound. Let's listen to it. Okay, it's not that obvious. Maybe again. Okay, it's still the other sound, but let's make something more obvious. I mean, the sound is being played, but it sometimes detects like the lag or something first. Let's do this once more with the head bone. Head. And let's add a pain sound to make it really obvious. And let's turn him around. And that's... As you can see, he's in pain. Yeah. And that's the new and easier way to add sounds and custom bone sounds to your skeletal mesh. It's much easier now. Another thing is if you have like a cube and you add, for example, this sound to the cube. Let's just disable physics for this actor and enable physics for this one. we don't have to activate simulation generates hit events anymore for the other objects. For the skeletal mesh still, but for other objects not. It's really quiet, but it's there. Yeah, that's a new thing. What else is new? Let's have a quick peek at our Discord. There are not many members now, but I hope it will be more in the future. Volumes override. Yeah, volumes override. That was in the last update. What this does is, let's see in the example level. We have, for example, two cubes here, two kinds of cubes. Oh, this is really bright. Info 4.25 has some different post-processing. Let's turn this down like this. Yeah, we have two different kinds of cubes, and for this example, the mud one has the BP override volumes proxy, so that this cube plays a different sound in that proxy over there than these ones. And yeah, you can set everything that you want to set, and it's just like, this might help if you have a giant object that falls into the water and you want it to sound different than the small objects. I mean, it does sound different depending on pitch, size, and velocity, but huge objects might require even different sounds. So let's listen to this one, how it works. Yeah, the poop cube did the poop sound, and the other cubes did the default sound. Yeah, I mean, it's working the same way as the skeletal mesh, the bone blueprint, and it should be pretty easy to do. You have to add the volumes to this array that you want to change the sound in. So you have your normal volumes blueprint, like this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one has this volume in it too. So that's for the normal sounds, the water sounds. It plays hit water and stuff like that. And this one has the override in it, and you can just add the volume and make it splash in a different way, the sound. Okay, and let's have a quick peek at the Discord again. Delay on game start. Yeah, the delay on game start is something important some people normally oversee. It's you add, this is for example for this level there are many physics objects, and if I press play, it might have some lag because all the physics need to set up and need to stand still before everything starts. Otherwise something like this might happen. The physics mess up a bit, and yeah, the sounds are kept playing all the time. That's why there's like the delay at game start in here, this value. You can turn it down if you want to. If you have like a level with just a few physics objects and not as many as in this scene, then you can turn it down to 0. If you have like a gun, I had someone write me about this, and he asked why it didn't play sounds at the beginning, and he had a gun that spawned the shells of the bullet, and they landed on the floor and they bounced off, and they just did the sound at the third bounce, something like that. And I told them, yeah, you have to set down the delay at game start. When it's spawned, it also uses this value. So you want this to 0. If I would set this to 0 in a level with demanding with many physics objects, I mean, we can go into the blueprint, into the main blueprint, and we're just gonna look for the other section and the delay at game start. And if we set it to 0 and we play, it messes up a bit more. But if we set it to something like 0.8, we can see that it works much better, and the dominoes are still standing. And yeah. This might help. This is a common way to use blueprints that are demanding, that are a little bit more demanding. I mean, this isn't that demanding. It's quite performant for this many physics. But if there are so many physics that are moving at the game start and everything gets set up at the same moment, a little delay might be a good way to make it work more smoothly. Yeah, and that's kind of it. So if you want to support me, a review would be nice in the marketplace. Of course, it's like I have to see that if I post updates, it has to be worth the time that I invest. So if I use up more time than I make money, it's like a bad thing for me. But I kind of do it anyway. The updates, it's like a passion thing. But if you want to support me, just drop a review maybe. And of course, you can join the Discord if you'd like to. Okay, bye.